And again, more stupidity. I'm watching this thing and it's got showing the protesters of Palestine, right? And I had this little blonde thing, and I'm thinking to myself, I go, are you an idiot? Someone please tell me you women aren't this dumb. You go on news, you're talking about men being bad, men being bad. Go to Palestine. I guarantee you, the count of 5, a man will take you as his slave and rape you. You are a retard. You live in some Walt Disney fantasy utopia that does not exist. We've had men go over to the Middle East from America and Australia and Canada and all that, right, to fight these people, right? And it's whoever side goes, oh, we need your help, America. So all of America and its allies go over there to protect a group, and then the next thing you know, we're fighting for another group. That's how it started. We didn't just go over there to fight people. We got asked to go over there because, oh, we need your help, we're getting slaughtered. And then we give them guns and weapons and they shoot us. And then we're defending the other side. That's what it's about. Go actually understand how we didn't just go over there. You have to communicate with people to know what's on the ground there. What do they call it? Ground zero. You have to know what's on the ground when you get there. You don't just fly in and go, oh shit, there's people there. No, they get asked to go there. It's not just America goes there and fight. Like, I'm sick of America, educate your people. Like, seriously, how do they not know that it's not a utopia, and what your country is doing is they get asked by people. That's why you just ask them for money. You know, well, we want protection money. We just spent billions of dollars to come over to fight your stupid wars. But you don't do that. You just straight out blame America. When we don't want to go there. There's nothing there for us except for oil. You don't have anything for us. The Middle East is what, desert? What's that going to give us? So all these stupid women, Palestine, Palestine, yeah, well, you know all them bad guys you don't want to be with? Well, I suppose a lot of women want to be bad guys because good guys are boring. But yeah, the bad guys that everyone talks about, like, stay away from them. Them men are bad for women. Yeah, well, that's Palestine. Okay, you can live in your little delusional world, but I'm not dumb enough to play that stupid game. And they know that we know that it's true. But on TV and that, they change them. Oh, no, it's not us. And it's just like, we know that's what you do. We've had witnesses tell us that's what you do. We hear all the news from over there, and we're just like, why would I want to go near any of that? Like, get your shit together. Be humans. What's wrong with yous? Oh, you don't know, you know. Oh, well, from how you project yourself, yeah, yous are clowns. These are just clowns killing each other like you're clowns. You just can't share land. You just kill each other for it. You're clowns. You're absolute idiots. If I feel that, imagine what God feels about yous in the Middle East. You're just killing each other over land. Well, you think God's going, oh, yeah, that's very smart and clever of yous? But it's mine, boom, from the river to the sea. You think God is sitting there going, oh, yeah, okay, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. No person with a rational brain would think that's normal. And like the amount of claims that are just false by them, and people just agree with Palestine, and all you have to do is truth, find the truth, and you find out that Palestine is in the indigenous land there, that it used to be Canaan. And where they say they reckon the Philistines are Palestinians, well, the Philistines were south of Canaan. So that land that they're in wasn't Philistine. Philistine's south of there. Well, the Philistines come from the south of there. They come from, I'd have to go into my Bible, it's a different name. It's not Philistine. The name of where they come from is a different name. But they didn't come from Canaan. The Canaanites came from Canaan, and they had a war with Israel, and a lot of the Canaanites bred with the Jews. So yeah, I don't know where they got these indigenous Palestinians from. I don't know where he's got them from. They're not there. They separated the Arabs and the Jews because they were at each other's throats. And the Brits were there. And the Brits went, we're sorting this out. We'll sort it out right now. No, shut up the pariahs or we'll annihilate yous. Yeah, that's what the British would have done. They all like to talk tough, but back in the past, yeah, well, if it wasn't for the British, they would have still been killing. Well, they're still killing each other. I mean, maybe the British have to go back to smack yous in the face to make yous wake up to yourselves. I'm serious. Like, I know the Jews didn't start it, but how long have the Jews and Arabs been killing each other in that area? Like, it's beyond a joke. These are clowns. You just can't share land, and like I know Israel, it's not your. That's your land. Yes, we agree. But this just round and round and round and round and round and round in circles. Just absolute shit. Like sooner or later, one of the countries outside of Israel is just going to have to go. Look, if you two can't sort it out, we're going to just come in and take over the whole land, and we'll show you how to be people. We'll show you how to be human beings. We'll put you in your cribs. We'll give you your dummies and your bit and your rattles, and you can be babies and complain who's got what. And we'll come in, we'll just take over and just go, look, this is how you are a society. This is how you treat each other. This is how you live. We seem to do it in the West. I mean, we're shit at a lot of things, but for some reason, we're not as psycho as you. Which maybe we can try and help you not be as psycho. But we don't care. Be humans. Are they human? Yeah. You human? Yeah. Okay. There's step one. Human. Right now, why are you killing him? Well, don't sell him. Is it really? Oh, is it really your land? Are you really indigenous to that area? If we go back in line and find out you're not indigenous there, does that mean you've got to all pack your bags and leave? Oh no, no. Well, how about you be human? You get a bit of love in your heart, and you share. You don't kill each other over the most dumbest shit you could think of. That stuff in the Middle East is so dumb that I can't believe that humans actually do this. It is such a dumb war. I mean, personally, as soon as they attacked Israel, Israel should have just went, look, let's not just have a petty war. Let's just destroy it, and then hopefully the next way we rebuild it up, that we get someone who's peaceful and loves us. I mean, as much as what Israel's doing is is vulgar, it's violent, but it's actually a thing they had to do because they got attacked. It's what any nation does. But really, Israel and Palestine, it's just a stupid war. It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing. Like you watch it and you just go, are these people for real? Like what he's doing? You just don't know how to be people. Like it makes no sense. I mean, I can understand. Like you can understand. Like like well, it's not understand. You know why they're doing it because I know why Hamas and Palestine are doing it. They follow the Quran, and everybody knows it. They follow Muhammad's teaching. That's why they explode themselves up. Why they use people as martyrs for their own protection. I mean, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. And politicians and that don't call it out. This is why this problem of Islam is never going to be solved because they won't address it. It's always radical Islam. It's not radical Islam. It's the teachings of Muhammad that they're following. It's nothing radical about it. It's just them following what they believe, and but you've got to justify it by changing the name, which will never solve the problem. You just have to be truthful on it. Does Islam teach this? Yes. Okay, how do we stop it? Try and get people not to follow the stupidity. It's pretty simple. You go, you can't say it is. Read the book. It's dumb. Like, I'm a dumb guy, but I've read that book and it's retarded. Oh, you didn't do it in Arabic. It doesn't matter. We have people in the world who know Arabic and English or whatever language it is and can translate it. Yeah, but they don't know it's meant to say this. No, like you can't just say that. There's levels of intellect for people who do this. It's like when the people talk about the Bible, oh, it was corrupted. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. It's never been corrupted. And the people back then were very intelligent with it. They were the top scholars of of Greek, Hebrew, Aramaic, and like they used the Latin, right, because you had to go from the Hebrew or Greek into the Latin to change it to the English or whatever it is. But these guys knew exactly. It was like a long time to do the Bible, write it. They had to write it hand until the printing press came. So they knew what they were doing. It's like when you get people today, you're reading, well, that's not what it actually said. And I'm sitting there just going, oh, so you know better than the people who translated it into that book. You know better. Who are you? I've never met you before, but the name on that Bible has been there for like hundreds of years. Like, and you, I know, but no, you don't. They writ the Bible like that so we could understand it. And that's what it says. Just because you think you're superior, you're not. These people who translated didn't have internet. They had to use the education they had to translate it. So no internet. But these people studied, right? They actually studied because they didn't have TVs. They didn't have what we have today. So a majority of their time was probably like people who were sophisticated in what do you call them? Like someone knows the word. These people who read, they write, historians. You know, these people they just constantly reading, learning languages and that. Right? These are the people who translated the Bible, and you're going to say they know nothing? Like you're just an ignorant fool, arrogant, arrogant of history. That's why a lot of people say to King James, I read all Bibles because I want to know the history of the Bible. But the King James is very good. It's a very good Bible. And nearly every Bible I've read, I refuse to. The reason I didn't buy it is because Sam Shimon already showed me it was crap. It was the Jehovah's Witness Bible. They changed John 1, like John 1 1 and all that. Like, it's just like, how pathetic have you got to be? Oh, but we know. No, you don't, Jehovah's Witnesses. Once you change the words of the Bible, you have just destroyed the Bible. And we know what it says in John 1. Like, you're going to tell people that passed down from the church fathers down that we don't know, but the Jehovah's Witness do. Do you know how ignorant that sounds? Like from history, this has been passed down from the people who died from Jesus, right? The disciples passed all this down. And then the Jehovah's Witness comes along and say, no, that's not what he said. And you're just like, how ignorant have you got to be? How arrogant of a Jehovah's Witness to come along and say, no, that's not what he said. And you're just like, do you even know where the history of the Bible comes from? It comes from the church. They're the ones like it took people to sacrifice to get the full Bible out. The church didn't want anyone going against them. So people went against them because they said, we want the whole Bible. Like, go actually research the Bible. Don't just go, no, that's not what it says. Us Jehovah's Witnesses. It's like, you're just being ignorant of the history of the Bible and where it comes from. And then people always shitting on the Orthodox and the Catholics. Well, the Orthodox and the Catholics are the original church. That's facts. That is facts. Whether you like it or not, the Orthodox and Catholics come around because they split. You know, you had the disciples, and then eventually the church came along, And then when they split, the church fathers, it was Orthodox and Catholics. There was no others. So I don't know why all people, they don't know what they're doing. I'm like, go research it. It's right there in your faces. Who started, where the founding fathers come from. It's all there. And then people want to go, oh, the Catholics and Orthodox. I'm like, I'm not a Catholic or an Orthodox, but I know the history of the Bible. And the Orthodox and the Catholics, yes, they were the first ones. And it wasn't just Catholics, it wasn't just Orthodox, it was a split of the fathers, and that's how you got Orthodox and Catholics. Well, before around the Spanish thing, I'd have to go back to my documentary and read it because I've got books and that tell you how it happened. Like the Orthodox and Catholics only have similar difference, but they're basically the same belief. It's basically the same belief Dan would teach us with a few minor things they had arguments about. That's what it was. That's why it split, because you had certain church fathers who had a disagreement on how much they should take seriously in the Bible. And that's why you got different amount of books. And then you got the Protestants who have not as many as the Catholics and Orthodox, because that come out of even the Protestant like belief, right, comes out of the Orthodox and Catholics, because that was someone who went from their congregation. That's how it's. They all know this. I don't know why they was go Catholics and all that. Like, you all came from the same cloth. Like, can't you just come together for Christ, or we're going to be petty? But I will be petty with the Jehovah's Witnesses because I can't believe you would be that dishonest and ignorant, especially in the Bible when Thomas calls Jesus God. Like, he's not God. Well, Thomas called him God. Like, you cannot take that out of the Bible. It's in there that Thomas called Jesus God. Oh, but it didn't say himself. It doesn't matter. Once a disciple calls someone God and Jesus doesn't refute him and say no, no. Jesus didn't say no. He says, now you believe. Now you know who I am. After he called him God, Thomas goes, oh, now I know. He didn't say, no, I'm not. He was God. And you say you Jehovah's Witnesses don't call Jesus God when in the Bible the disciples call him God. You made a mistake. And you cannot battle Christians about it. You cannot tell us Christians nothing. Every time I see a Jehovah's Witness, I just look at him and go, are you that ignorant of the Bible? Seriously, you're that ignorant. Before Abraham was, I am. When Jesus says, before Abraham I was there, how, who's Jesus then? Before Abraham. Who was before Abraham? Who was before Abraham? Jesus is not Adam, so he must be God. It's pretty simple. You know, I'm coming in the clouds of the thunder on the right hand. That's God. The right hand is the right hand, not the wrong hand. That I think a lot of people misinterpret that like he's sitting on the right hand of God. No, the right hand, the right, not the wrong. Because there's an image of God, and that's Jesus. And everyone's going, oh, one God, one God. Yes, it's one God. You're not going to see three. You'll see one. Has he got three forms? Yes. I swear, this is why Islam that try and picks apart, because as soon as you say the right hand of God, they're going, well, there's three gods. And I'm like, it's one God. All you will see is one God. You won't see the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. You'll just see one God. It's to explain the forms of God. You will see me coming in the clouds of thunder at the right hand of God. So all you'll see is Jesus, and that's the right hand of God, because he is on the right hand of God. It's not going to be on the right hand. It's just it's the meaning. This is my son. He is on the right side. So all you'll see is Jesus. You're not going to see the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit because God is one. So you can't tell people God is one and say when you get to heaven you're going to see the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. No, you're not. If God says He's one, right? And the forms of God are the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It should be pretty easy to understand. You're not going to see multiples of God. These are the forms of God. I hear one more person say, I've heard a lot of Christians, well, when you get it, you'll see God, the Father, and then you'll see Jesus. So I'm like, no, God is one. The forms of God, the Father, the Son. That's to explain it. If you think that you're going to see three, you're saying there's three different gods. It's one God. You're going to see one God, and He's going to be in the appearance of Jesus so you can know who the Father is. You can't see the Father without Jesus. So to see Jesus, you're seeing the Father. When He's on earth, He's the Son of the Father. He's in representation. And then the people say, the Father come on earth. No, the representation of the Father came. The Father's still there. This is a form of God. The flesh is a form of God. It's still God. It's a form. You know what a form is? Or do I have to do that too? Because I know it's hard for people to understand a form, right? If God is everything, can He put everything into the flesh and make that flesh a part of Him, a form of Him? Of course. Of course He can. He's God. He can do anything He wants. Stop limiting Him. You're annoying me. So this is another word of saying, because I'm so tired of these Palestinian protesters who have no idea what would happen if they went over there. Maybe they need to actually don't listen to what I say. Go ask actual people who are from that area. And you're not going to get, oh, yeah, Palestine be free. You're going to get some really pissed off people telling you need to wake up to yourself. So Jesus is God. I'm not worthy of the kingdom, but I know Jesus is God. If you want to be saved and you want your life to change, seriously, you need Jesus. He's the only one who can do it. We can't. We're flawed. We're garbage. Jesus is perfect. I probably won't even go to heaven. I'll probably go to hell. I deserve it. But if you want to be saved, I'm telling you, you need Jesus. You've got nothing to give to the Father if you don't have Jesus. Your sins are so heavy that Jesus just won't let you in. He'll be just like, no. Like that's what He says. By their fruit you should know them. Many will say, Lord, Lord, haven't I done good deeds? When it doesn't matter. It's about doing as Jesus did. And that's why when people say works, and I said, yeah, the works is Jesus' works. It's not going to your job. It's doing the work of God. Because it's the hardest work you'll ever do, because you've seen what happens to preachers. It's a hard job. Like preaching has been the hardest thing for Christians to do all through history. They used to get killed for preaching. Now they just get assaulted. And you see it on TV and you wonder where the cops are. It's like, where are the cops? I thought we weren't allowed to assault people. Oh, it's Christians, you're allowed to assault them. I forgot, coppers. Yeah, don't worry, coppers. I see it all the time. I see yous letting people get assaulted while if someone else assaulted, oh, you can't do that. It's just like, we just saw a Christian get assaulted and you basically laughed. And you're telling me you're a police officer who protects and serves. Well, how about doing it? Start protecting Christians. What have we done to anybody but read our book? Well, we see people forcibly trying to force their crap down people's throats, like literally, violently. But a Christian preaches his book, oh, we're going to have to go nuts. Let people bash them. No, police, you're meant to protect and serve everybody. This is why people are annoyed, because What we are seeing is you are protecting criminals and attacking innocent people who want to speak up about what they're seeing. You are oppressing people. Now, I've met I had, I've met people who are going to join the army, and I'm sitting there just going, do they not talk inside their precinct or wherever it is? And I go, this is a bit, this is not right. That's what you're meant to do as a human. If you're in that place of serving to do the right thing, open your mouth. If it doesn't look right, will you speak about it? You don't just let it happen because then you're a part of it. And, Christians going, and God so loved the world, and whack, 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 whack. You can't say that. A Muslim comes up, you die for Allah, rah, starts smacking people. Yeah, that's all right. And it's just like, what? No, in both occasions, it's assault. So do your freaking job. Okay, please. Here's my words to you. Do your freaking job. Stop nitpicking. If someone assaults someone, that's assault. Okay, you don't have to go find your word salad book to protect someone. No, assault, cuff him, be charged. I'm sick of seeing it. A Christian preaching when he gets hit. Oh, well, what did you say? No, he assaulted someone. You know what's in our book. If you've got half a brain, policeman, you know what's in our book. You know what Christians preach, and it's not violence or death or threatenings. It's God's book. We're speaking what God says. That's it. And Jesus is not a violent guy. So try and find every excuse you can. It's just an assault on a Christian who's preaching his book. So you can try and find every excuse. If you've read the book, and I guarantee you a lot of you coppers know what's in the book, and you know Jesus is not violent, that what he preaches is actually love and truth. So stop letting Christians get assaulted with the crap of racism, that because Islam is not a race. It's a political ideology. We all know that. Well, this is for the smart people who want to be adults. Because sometimes I think some of you coppers are just children who don't want to grow up. So do your job. Surely some of you police have got children. And you look at your children and go, today I am going to do the right job. Today I am going to serve and protect, obey the law. I'm not going to worry about people's race or colour. I'm just going to, if someone's doing something bad, I am going to arrest that person. Okay? That's what you're going to do for now on coppers. You're not going to go, oh, I can't do that. No, do your job. If people want to come at you for doing your job, you know you've done your job right. I'm sick of coppers going, oh, I can't go. No. Did they want to pull the race card? You just go, I was doing my job. This is the evidence. This is the proof. He or her was in the wrong. Stop protecting badness. Just stop it. Protect your people. That's your job. Protect the civilians of whatever suburb you're in. They're doing good or bad. They're doing bad, then you do your job. You don't go, oh, he's of this faith, or I do not care. You are in Australia. You do not get to pull, oh, your racist card. No, you do not. If you are a criminal, you get arrested. That's what I want from my police. I want them, if it's a criminal, arrest them. I don't give a shit about, oh, you don't know this. No, 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 no. If they are a criminal, what are they doing? You're putting civilians who aren't criminals at danger. So no more excuses. No more, oh, they get to. No. Because from what I've seen, people who are Australian who want none of a part of this are not getting protected. Just because these people want to have their say doesn't mean it has to infringe on someone else's freedom and safety. And I'm tired of seeing it to my Australian people because other people, or they believe that they get to while they're in Australia. No, 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 no. Australia people should come first. Anything Australian should be first. We should be allowed to go anywhere in this country with our flag, anywhere we want, and fly it. There should be no, oh, you're disturbing the peace with that flag. No, no, no. This is Australia. When I saw that, a guy got told with his Australian flag, oh, you might disturb, I would have said, yeah, well, it's Australia. How about they go? This is Australia. This is where this flag is from. You do not disrespect the people who fought in wars by telling people that they are going to, breach the safety because of the flag that people died for in the country. That is disgusting. I remember when I saw the copper there, I'm like, you are a coward of a copper. And I'm pretty sure they're like the army. They have the Australian flag on their shoulder, or they have the coat of arms. Yeah, well, you're wearing that uniform that flag belongs to. So that flag goes anywhere in this country it wants. And there should be no objection to it. No rallies to say, oh, you can't have that flag. No, 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 no. That flag belongs everywhere. It's Australia. It's the Australian flag. You do not allow other people to protest against that flag. That's an act of war. So telling people they can't fly their flag, this flag's there, you've basically told that country can now come in and take this country. You moron. So every time I see a Palestine, I want Australian flags everywhere. So they can hang over top and say, no, 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 no. You are in this country. This is the flag that waves the highest here. You want to have your flag, you will respect that flag because that's the country you're in. If you can't respect that flag, that's an act of war. It's not an act of peace. That is an act of war because that's the flag that your soldiers go under. They go and fight for freedom. So you do not disrespect that flag. Disrespect that flag because hang on.